Well, this is it. The moment you've all been waiting for. The Patriots seem to be, at least for this season, most definitely broken and kind of fucking dead if you ask me. All the while, Tampa Bay and the Bucs are riding high, rolling through teams and adding big names while they're at it. What does Bill Belichick have to say about all this? Well, you'll just have to wait and see in this week's TNN Sunday Kickoff.
Are you ready for some football? It's a coronavirus party! Get your burgers, get your beers, sit your fat asses down. We're about to play some football coming up in every town.
Welcome to TNN NFL Sunday Kickoff.
Hello and welcome back to TNN NFL Sunday Kickoff. I'm your host Jasyn Smith, and no, I'm not still dressed up for Halloween. Assholes. But we do have yet another crazy week in the NFL to cover, so let's just dive straight into the dirt with this week's recap.
Lions at Falcons.
Man, why do bad teams seem to make for such entertaining football? The Lions came back from a whopping 2-point deficit after the Falcons scored a game-losing touchdown. That's right, you heard me. Game-losing touchdown. Down by 2 in the fourth quarter, Falcons running back Todd Gurley had a whole shot to the house. An easy touchdown, which in any other circumstance would be great, except when there's only a minute left in the game. You might as well run out the clock and kick the gimme field goal and get your asses off the fucking field. Which is exactly what Gurley realized, but only after he was past the point of no return, sliding into the end zone and coming to the understanding of why the Rams let him go in the first place. So Matthew Stafford showed up like he often does when he's not too busy choking, and led a quick drive of 1 minute down the field to set up the game-winning field goal. Who would have thought bad football was so damn good?
Packers at Texans.
The Packers bounced back after a rough week in Tampa Bay, but even more apparent was the Texans' play this week, highlighting just how bad Bill O'Brien fucked them over before skipping town. I mean, they still have some serious weapons on offense, but they're definitely depleted and most likely don't even know what real fucking leadership is. But hey, there's always next year, huh, Houston? As for this year, the Packers are back to winning form, rolling over team after team, and they would have been undefeated if it weren't for Brady and the damn Bucs defense, too. Sorry. I think I just kind of blacked out for a second. Anyways, Rodgers bounced back after a 0-touchdown performance, throwing for 4 this week. Davante Adams balled out himself, accounting for 70% of the Packers' passing game, 2 touchdowns and 196 yards. I mean, come on! At this point, if you're not giving Davante Adams the respect he deserves as a top 5 receiver and number 1 QB wide receiver duo with Rodgers, you're simply in flat-out denial. I mean, this man gets so wide open, Rodgers' only worry is somehow not putting the ball in a place that he can go up and get it.
Buccaneers at Raiders.
Well, the Buccaneers just looked dominant out there last week. They seemed to have put it all together in Week 6 against the Packers, and now they seem to be snowballing into a damn scary team. Picking up players off the street, just getting bigger and bigger until it's bound to swallow up the NFC and maybe even the league whole. Oh yeah, and whoever said Tom Brady can't throw the deep ball anymore, I think Brady's got 2 words for you. Fucking suck it, dude! Because this man was putting some zip on that ball and driving it all the way down the field like everyone seems to know he can't. Now, the Raiders did put up a good hearty fight, but Derek Carr is just no match for Brady or this Buccaneers defense that is shaping up to be a threat as well. He throws some really big-time balls, don't get me wrong, but he's just too inconsistent to do anything against the offensive powerhouse teams that can flip the switch and go on a run like this is the NBA.
Jaguars at Chargers.
So the Chargers snapped their 4-game losing streak in Week 7 by actually closing out a game. However, they did almost just let it ride as the Jaguars came back from a 16-point deficit to take the lead, forcing the Chargers to claw their way back to a win. I swear, this team is the only team I know of that can lose 4 games in a season and still not be beaten by another team. It's really themselves they have to worry about. They truly are their own worst enemy. But on the bright side, they do seem to have a quarterback that won't shoot themselves in the foot at least twice a game or choke away any hopes of playoff contention. Justin Herbert balled out yet again for 347 yards and 3 touchdowns, as well as 66 yards and 1 in the ground. But like I said time and time again, do something with this man, Chargers. Don't just squander yet another opportunity. You've got everything you need. Just get your boy some fucking help.
49ers at Patriots.
Now on to this year's broken Patriots team. Cam Newton threw 3 interceptions and only 15 pass attempts, getting benched for Jared fucking Stidham, who didn't do much better. Playoff hopes are looking bleak over there in New England these days, and while the rest of the U.S. is dancing jubilantly on Bill Belichick's grave after the demoralizing loss to the 49ers at home on Sunday, I kinda can't help but feel bad for this guy. I mean, just look at him. He looks like a lost puppy that can't find his way back to his Hall of Fame quarterback.
Well, don't worry about me. We're just on to Buffalo.
Oh, is that so? So you don't miss Brady at all?
We're on to Buffalo.
Yeah, I bet. And you're not even affected by how much success he's having while your own team seems to be crumbling before our eyes?
I said we're on to Buffalo.
Wow. You left your shit. As for the 49ers, they're at the bottom of the best division in the league, but that's saying a lot considering each and every team is within a game or two's reach of the top spot of the division. So long as they can get healthy and stay that way, they may have a shot for the playoffs. But god damn, Garoppolo, I get you have a deep backfield to bail you out of most games, but for Christ's sakes, would you work on your damn accuracy? 20 for 25 ain't half bad, buddy, but 2 butt-ass ugly picks and 0 touchdowns ain't gonna cut it come winter time, buddy old pal.
Chiefs at Broncos.
The Chiefs did not slow down this last week, even though it was an early snow game. Shit, they seem to thrive in it. Kansas City is scoring on all sides of the ball and doing it in the snow. It seems as though snow slows down just about every team, but Patrick the Snowman and the Chiefs say no, rather nay. I am Patrick the Snowman, and in the snow we will slay. This team is not only winning, but they continue to add weapons throughout the trade block. Just 10 days after signing running back Le'Veon Bell from the Jets, they've already got him running hard for him up the middle. Now, we're not going to see the Le'Veon Bell cow back of previous seasons, but this Chiefs backfield is scary. I, for one, can't wait to see Bell get more familiar with this offense and start catching balls out of the backfield. I'd imagine they're going to get pretty fucking creative with this weapon in their arsenal.
Steelers at Titans.
Well, it was the Battle of the Beasts in Nashville, Tennessee. The Steelers came out swinging with a 27-7 lead, but after a big play from Tannehill and A.J. Brown, the switch was flipped. The Beast was awoken. The Titans were here to play. And... God damn it, Gostkowski, are we really doing this again? There was literally no wind on the field. What's your excuse this time? Shit, even Ben Roethlisberger thought they were going into overtime. Just look at him. Did you just miss that? God damn, I don't know what to do here. You guys finally have a good thing going in Tennessee. Would you pick up the damn slack, Gostkowski? On the other hand, the Steelers look pretty fucking dangerous, as could be. Being the only undefeated team remaining while not even playing their best football yet, these AFC playoffs are going to be even better than last year. That's hard to do considering those were the beginning of the end of the Patriots dynasty.
Seahawks at Cardinals.
Land meets sea, and the Hawks migrate down to the harsh desert heat to take on the Cardinals in the Battle of the Bird. Russell Wilson threw 3 picks, one of which was amazing. Not due to the interception itself, but the hustle by DK Metcalf reaching 22 miles per hour to take down Buda Baker from all the way down the field. It It was electric. Just look at this man fly down the field to make a huge stop that led to a field goal rather than a touchdown. Now that's an impact player. Other than the picks, this was very much an offensive game due to neither team having any semblance of a pass rush whatsoever. However, the Cardinals' defense did tighten up tighter than a boa constrictor in overtime, practically winning the game twice after the kicker failed to hold up his end of the stick after a key stop. But the dagger in the bird's back was an interception with less than a minute on the clock. Luckily this time the kicker pulled through, just barely squeaking it in for the win. I'll be watching you, Mr. Gonzalez.
This weekend,
Holy shit!
Well, the Cowboys are back at it again for a segment I may as well just rename Damn Dallas. But until that day comes, I say,
Holy shit!
did you see Andy Dalton's head? The Washington defense took the springs out of the Red Ryder BB gun and replaced it into his bobblehead. It was an absolutely ugly late hit, causing Bostic to be ejected from the game. However, the ugliest part of this play was not the hit. It was the Cowboys' offensive line not doing a damn thing to defend their quarterback during the play or after the hit. Why didn't anyone, lineman or otherwise, step up to Dalton's defense? Your franchise, backup franchiseman or otherwise, is lying on the ground in such a daze he thinks he's waking up late for his first day of third grade. Get your goddamn culture together and get to being a fucking team, Dallas. Mike McCarthy and the rest of the Dallas coaching staff can fuck off as far as I'm concerned at this point. I mean, Jesus, they can't even hold a fucking press conference without screwing it up in ways you didn't even think were possible. You as players need to band together and become a team. Shit, I'm sure your backup third-string quarterback can still win this division, judging by the dumpster fire teams that call the NFC East home. Just fucking get on it, Dallas.
and now for This Week in Fantasy.
Oh, Timmy! Thank God you're here. I need some help with this damn crossword puzzle. I'm looking for a 7-letter word for a man who went from laughingstock on one team to number one in his position on his current team. Aguilar? You're a genius, Timmy. Oh, and that reminds me, Nelson Aguilar popped off for nearly 22 fantasy points last Sunday against a Bucs defense that has looked among the top of the league the past couple weeks. Don't get me wrong, Aguilar had a rough start to the season, only putting up single digits for the first 3 weeks. But he has been on the rise for the last 3, and after the bye, he looks like he is a great fitting piece to take off the top of opposing defenses. Something very useful when you run the physical offense that Vegas shoves down your fucking throat each week. This man's recent play warrants a flex spot at the very least. And while being rostered in only 20% of leagues on ESPN, he's a steal! Oh, now unless you have any more gold nuggets for me for a change, I'd scram if I were you, Timmy! Aguilar. Fucking smartass.
And that was This Week in Fantasy.
Well, from all of us here at TNN NFL Sunday Kickoff, we hope you enjoy your Week 8 slate of games. And go easy on Bill Belichick. He's going through a rough time with the separation anxiety.
We're on to Buffalo.
God damn it.
We're on to Buffalo. We're on to Buffalo. We're on to Buffalo.
No, come on, now, old Billy. I'll take you home. Let me walk you home.
Brady?
No, Brady's off somewhere trying to win Super Bowls. Now I'll walk you home, Mr. Belly.